this problem right here. Let's say we have a question given like this: limit x approaches infinity, tan inverse of x. Evaluate this function. Now for this one, what we can do is we can look at the values that that is infinity, like just take some random values that is big. Okay, now let's try this one. Let's try 100. Tan tan inverse of 100. If you calculate this one, you're gonna get like 89.4, and if you take tan inverse of 1000, you get 89.94. Now from this one, you can see as the number become larger, as the x value become larger and larger, the function is converging toward 90. So the answer here is 90 degree, or you can say 5/2 as well. Let's write 5/2. Okay, let's look at this one. Let's say we have a function given like this: limit x approaches 5/2, and we know that, like, if you watch my previous videos, you know that there's an expression that when we have limit x approaches 5/2, from the left side the tan of x is equal to infinity. This one is opposite of that. Like tan inverse, you see these two will switch. If you take the inverse, this two will switch. That's the only difference. Let's look at another problem. Let's say we have I erase this one. Let's say we have a limit given like limit x approaches infinity, e power, okay, x approaches infinity, e power negative x. Now here we can do the direct substitution. If we do that, this is going to be e power negative infinity. Then e power negative infinity is equal to 1 over e power infinity. E power infinity is still an infinity because it's going to be a very large number. So that's infinity. Therefore, if you divide 1 by infinity, you are dividing 1 by a very large number. So that's going to be 0. So the answer for this one is 0. Also, if you take limit x approaches negative infinity, e power x, that's still going to be 0 because we can do the direct substitution. That's e power negative infinity. So this is 1 over e power infinity. Again, e power infinity is infinity. So 1 over infinity, 1 over very large number, that's 0. Let's look at the e power x graph. If you look at the e power x graph, that look like this. I erase this one and draw the graph. So e power x graph look like this. It comes from 0, actually negative infinity, and goes toward y is equal to positive infinity. And here we have a vertical asymptote, that is x is equal to 0. Yeah, vertical asymptote is actually horizontal asymptote. Horizontal asymptote is y is equal to 0. We don't have a vertical asymptote because this is going to be like going forever. So we have the values for x that is negative infinity and positive infinity. So no horizontal infinity. I mean horizontal asymptote. No vertical asymptote, actually. No vertical asymptote because all the x values are going to be cross this one. But we have a horizontal asymptote, that's y is equal to 0. And from this one, you can see that 0 makes sense. As the x approaches negative infinity, it means here, if it goes this side, then we get 0. Right? And that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. See you guys on my next video.